Just one de la mitad.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed. The number is
Greetings. My name is Katiana Pierre Diaz with Globalist Communications. Our guest today is Jocelyn David, who is a geologist who's also a member of the Haitian American Association of Engineers and Scientists in Miami. Mr. Jocelyn, how are you?
Not as good as everybody, because I'm in the middle of the Haitian history now.
Can you please provide us with a little bit of your background and your area of expertise?
Yes, I have studied at the University of Haiti at the School of Education first, then the School of Engineering. And after that, I moved to Miami to finish with my geological studies. Okay. And I have worked with the Ministry of Mines and Energy in Haiti and for 10 years. For the past 25 years, I've been working mostly on environmental related problems with Haiti.
I recently attended a presentation in which you were able to explain how the island of Hispaniola was formed. Can you do that for us again today?
Oh, sure. I mean, as I say always to my audience, Haiti is a patchwork of nature. That means it was formed by 3 volcanic islands. So that means at the very origin, very beginning, we have 3 islands, and they moved together due to tectonic movements to form the northern part of Hispaniola. Now, later on, we have an uplift of part of the Caribbean seafloor that created what we know today as the South Peninsula of Haiti. Then the movement brought the South Peninsula toward the north, and Port-au-Prince is built, in fact, at the intersection of the northern part and the southern part, which, in fact, the entire area, in fact, is a very fractured area with a network of very active faults. As a matter of fact, I mean, the earthquake of January 12 was basically the result of a movement of one of the major faults in this area.
And if I'm understanding correctly, it was not the first earthquake to affect Hispaniola.
No, not at all. In fact, Hispaniola has a history of seismic movements. Port-au-Prince itself was destroyed 3 times before that earthquake of January 12.
So we're looking at the first one being in 1851, the second one being
1751.
1751, the second one being somewhere
17, yes, 20 years
later,
yes.
and then 100 years.
Yes, almost.
Almost 100 years, 2 months from the last time we had January 12th.
Yes.
2010.
So that's the 4th time. The 4th time that area has been destroyed by an earthquake.
Okay. And it's Port-au-Prince every time?
It's not Port-au-Prince every time, because we have Cape Haitian in 1842.
Okay.
And then we have also Anse Arveux that was destroyed during the 50s. So it is a pattern. And the South Peninsula is very fractured.
What can we do to have an earthquake-ready Haiti?
Several steps must be taken. The first is education, because people got to know exactly where they are living. They got to know the danger of living in a fault zone. Those are the first steps. Now, we have to have drills so people can prepare themselves, can get ready. From time to time, you have a drill where people know that in case of an earthquake, this is what we're going to do. And of course, all this information, when you talk about education, it cannot be like informal education or continuing education. It must be formal education from K through 12, just like we do it in all the countries. And that's why you see, for instance, when you go to the South Pacific Islands, people are really ready. You go in South America on the West Coast, you go to California, people are ready because they start teaching them since kindergarten. That's very important. Then you have to have the zoning. Yes. And the zoning must be done because most of the cities of Port-au-Prince, they are built, the larger cities. if you say Carrefour, Delma, they are right by the ocean. And Port-au-Prince itself is built on what we know as unconsolidated ground. This is the Delma Formation. The Delma Formation is nothing else than rocks, gravel, sand, and clay. So all mixed together. They are compacted. But when you have rain or you have motion, everything can be basically discarded. Okay. And when you have that, it's called liquefaction, because all the particles, they go away from each other. And whatever weight you have will crumble. Usually you have what we call differential settlement, and the center of gravity of the house will move. And once that happens, the house will collapse.
And so again, you mentioned center of gravity, you mentioned weight. So I would assume then that there are certain things that we shouldn't be building with in an area with such a active seismic.
Sure. One of them is what we love the most in Haiti. This is concrete. And we talk about reinforced concrete a lot in Haiti. Now, the concrete that has been used in Haiti for probably 50 or 60 years, it's not a standard concrete, and specifically in the area of Port-au-Prince. Because what they are using, in fact, this is what we call the calcareous sand. We call that calcarenite. This is a technical term. They're using it, but it has been the result of the fault motion. Then the rock has been crushed to produce that calcareous sand. So that calcareous sand needs more water than the sand, the standard sand that we get from the river. So there's a humidity factor in concrete that must be respected. And at this point, in Haiti, because there is a very low or no supervision of how the code of construction is being applied, so people tend to do whatever they want to build. And this has been basically one of the main factors of what we have seen in Port-au-Prince, a city that has been destroyed by a 7.0 earthquake, because the construction code has not been respected, or it is inexistent and not appropriate for that area where people are living.
So if we can recap for just briefly concerning getting Haiti earthquake ready, you mentioned, of course, widespread education with longevity from kindergarten, you mentioned even pre-K,
Yes.
all the way through, something that's repetitive that people can have as second nature should the need arise. Then you mentioned, of course, respecting the codes, building codes, I'm imagining land surveying, and of course respecting the zoning, and you mentioned as well the material with which we are building also need to be strictly supervised.
Yeah, definitely yes, because if you're looking at what had happened in Haiti, we got what they call the pancake style collapsing, where you see the highest or the highest concrete slab goes down, and then all of them, they will go down like a bunch of layers. Yes. So that means a building of 6-7 stories can become like as high as probably 3 or 4 feet, because everything collapse like that. Everything is crushed. So that's the reason why you have a death toll that is so high. So definitely you can build with concrete, but it must be, number one, the proper concrete and supervised. Because if it's like a chemical reaction. If the proportion is not appropriate, the product that you have, it's not going to be good.
So when we're talking about the monitoring and we're talking about the education, you mentioned that people need to be drilled, that there needs to be drilled. Or there are certain things that certain no's that you can think of immediately? Because a lot of people didn't know. It caught them by surprise. And they didn't know what to do.
In the case of Haiti, is to try to be out of a building as quick as possible.